Good morning, dear students. Please open your science book. I am going to teach you some more topics of second chapter. Our next topic is animals take in food by different methods. Animals take in food by different methods. The process of taking food is ingestion. Ingestion means the process of taking food into the body. As we already know that the first step of nutrition in animals is ingestion, which means taking of or eating food, which is different in different animals. For example, butterflies have long tube-like structure to suck the nectar of flowers. Frogs, lizards, etc. have long forked tongue, which they use to catch their prey from some distance. Spider weaves web to catch its prey. Hydra, a unicellular animal, use its tentacles to kill the prey and to eat. We use our hands to eat food. It means all animals have different special structure to take food, means for ingestion. Look at your book. Animals take in food by different methods. The first step of the process of nutrition in animals is ingestion, which means taking food into the body. Different animals use different methods of taking food into their body. In fact, every animal has some special structure or organ for taking food inside its body. The methods used by some of the animals to take in food are described below. Frog is an animal which eats flying insects as food. The frog uses its long and cleft tongue, means forked tongue, I have already told you, to catch its prey like insects. A wall lizard and a chameleon, means girgit in Hindi. This is also called a garden lizard. Also catch their prey insects with the help of their fairly long tongue. The butterfly belongs to the category of insects. The food of butterfly is nectar. What is nectar? Nectar is a sugary liquid present inside the flowers. The butterfly uses its long feeding tube to suck nectar from flowers, just as we sip Pepsi or Coca-Cola. See here, the feeding tube inserted in flower and it sucks the nectar of the flower. Bees and hummingbirds also suck the nectar from flowers in plants. Both male and female mosquitoes feed by sucking nectar from flowers. The female mosquitoes also suck blood from our other animals, including we human beings. Infants, small babies of humans and many other animals such as cows, dogs, etc. feed on mother's milk by sucking. Lice are wingless insects which live on hair. Lice feed by sucking blood from the skin of scalp. Houseflies feed on filth and refuse. They take in only liquid food by sucking. Houseflies spit out saliva on solid food. to convert it into a liquid and then suck this liquid. Ants feed on plant material and other animals by biting and chewing. Snails feed on algae by scraping it from rocks. Snakes are flesh eaters. They eat animals like rats, etc. Snakes, including pythons, swallow the animals whole which they prey upon. Eagle is a large bird which feeds on the flesh of its prey by tearing its flesh with powerful hooked beak. Amoeba is a tiny aquatic animal which ingests its food with the help of its pseudopodia. Pseudo means false and podia means legs. Amoeba have false legs. Sometimes which appears and sometimes disappears. Actually, amoeba is a unicellular animal. It is made up of only one cell, single cell, and its cytoplasm changes its position to make different shapes and also pseudopodias. Hydra is an animal which uses its tentacles with sting cells to kill the prey and put it into the mouth. A spider weaves a web to catch its prey. A crow uses its long beak to put the food into its mouth. And we human beings use our hands to put food into our mouth. Starfish is a sea animal which has an amazing way to taking in food. Starfish feeds on sea animals which are covered by hard cells of calcium carbonate. After opening the shell of its prey, the starfish pops out its own stomach through its own mouth. This stomach surrounds the soft body of the prey. The starfish then brings back its stomach containing the prey in the body. This food is digested slowly by starfish. From the above discussion, it is clear that there are many different methods of eating food in the animal world. Now, digestion means breaking of large insoluble substances into small water soluble substances so that it can be absorbed by body. The process in which the large and insoluble substances of food are broken down into small water soluble substances which can be absorbed by our body is called digestion. Now the question rises, what are the large substances? They are components of our food. They are carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins and minerals. These five are the main components of our food. Out of these, carbohydrate, fat and proteins are insoluble substances. Vitamins and minerals are water soluble. Vitamins and minerals are water soluble substances, but carbohydrate, fats and proteins are insoluble substances which have to break down to make soluble substances. Here we use physical method for digestion like chewing and grinding, which are done in our mouth, and chemical method in which many juices of our glands mix with grinded food, which are grinded by our teeth, mixed into the grinded food to break its components. Carbohydrate is which a starch is a carbohydrate which is used by our body. The starch is used by our body. Basically, this is the component of our food, but this is a carbohydrate. So we say that we eat carbohydrate in our food. So this starch is broken into glucose and fructose, fat into glycerol and fatty acid, and protein into amino acid. These are the simple sugars, glucose and fructose. They all can easily soluble in water and absorbed by our body. See here in your book. Our food consists mainly of substances such as carbohydrate, fats and proteins, and with small amounts of minerals and vitamins. Now starch, carbohydrate, fat and proteins are all large insoluble substances which cannot pass through the walls of intestine and get absorbed as such. So before the food can be used by us for various functions like getting energy or for growth, it must be broken down into small water soluble substances which can be absorbed by our body. The process in which the food containing large insoluble substances is broken down into small water soluble substances which can be absorbed by our body is called digestion. In most simple term, digestion means dissolving of solid food. Digestion makes the food soluble so that it can be absorbed and utilized by the body. We use both physical and chemical methods for digesting the large substances present in food. Physical methods include chewing and grinding the food in mouth, and chemical method include the addition of digestive juices to the food by the body itself. During the process of digestion, the complex starch carbohydrate present in our food is broken down into small sugar called glucose. Here it is glucose only, but from fruits we take fructose also. So I have written here the carbohydrate is broken into glucose and fructose also. Now see here. Fats are broken into simpler substances called fatty acids and glycerol, and proteins are broken down into simple substances called amino acid. Now glucose, fatty acids, glycerol and amino acids are all water soluble substances which can pass through the wall of our small intestine into the blood and hence get absorbed in the body. The process of digestion takes place inside our body. Before we describe the human digestive system in detail, we should know the meaning of alimentary canal. This is described. Okay, that's all for today. Next day we will study about alimentary canal and the human digestive system, which is very important for you. This digestive system consists of alimentary canal and some glands which are associated for the digestion. So we will study these two topics in next class. Okay, bye.